So this bout is, the fans are ready, and it looks like here we go for round one. Do you believe this? Nice defense on that right hook. Good counter punching. After so much pre-hype fight and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
So hot, so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating, this can be hellfire on you.
Missing with the hook. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Nice punch. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Johnny back in that last round.
Switch on.
That was almost a 10-8 round.
You're starting to make mistakes, and you're switching off.
Here's the bell for round two. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
If you're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
Well done with that counter shot. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. So far, both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good counter punch. They exchange punches. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Jab misses. A perfect counter lands. Punch, counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Janibek that last round.
What are you
doing?
doing?
About a one-sided 3 minutes we just saw.
I seriously...
You don't want to lose this fight, do you?
Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
It's all offense, all the time. Failing to score with that right hook. Nice slip to avoid the jab. How about that time counter shot? Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And there it is, the knockdown punch we knew was coming.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get...
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Janabek in that last round.
You've been coasting
That'll
this
be a
fight, and now
10-8
you're gonna
round for
let him
sure
get
with
back
the
in.
knock.
No, it's a tougher fight, and he's going to be...
Back at it in round 4. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Missed him with that uppercut. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
A perfect counter shot. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Do you believe what we're seeing? Both men step back for just a moment. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do...
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Janabek that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Dominant.
Get this boxing back together.
On to the 5th we go. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That left hook missed. A lot of effort being exerted here. He threw a punch and just got countered. Throws the uppercut, but misses. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you...
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Johnny back in that last round.
Now
I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round.
Get your mind back, get your focus back.
There's the bell to start round 6. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Holding nothing back here in the round. There's a counter shot. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Is he going to punch himself out, though? Counter punch caught him clean. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? He just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Janibek that last round.
Switched off completely.
We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
It's a terrible round, that is. Come on.
Here we go. It's round 7. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see 2 boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've gone in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Catch and shoot. Nice counter. And he scores with the counter. His stamina is off the charts. Stamina is off the charts. Nice counter shot. And now going for the finish. Disaster averted.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Janabek in that last round.
Focus.
I'm worried about these two fighters.
Big deep breaths. Calm yourself down.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
an amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
What a build-up.
What they say now. I like to welcome everybody out to the samurai. Indeed. Here we go, one side. Really need. Very beautifully, very literated. Little battle raps for you. Little battle rap.
Welcome to the wonder that is the Atlantis venue. Jai eats the sauce. Lawrence Okoli. So much hype surrounding this. So here we go. Should be a good one. Hook can't miss. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. There's not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
Did you see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Sean? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
He blocks the uppercut. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Misses with the straight left. Nice counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. He is down big time on the score.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get back out there. I need to win this round.
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Beautiful counter punch. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Catch and shoot. This fight has a real good flow to it. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. You gotta believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need a knockout.
Every second, every minute.
Everything in the bag. Now you've let him back into it.
There's the bell to start round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. A perfect counter shot. The jab doesn't quite connect. Got out of the way of that right hook. That one caught Opataya flush, and he's in serious trouble. Let's see that again.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Didn't land that jab. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You're being put down.
I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't.
On to the fourth we go. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle him. He's got to bluff him.
And he scores with the counter. No rest for the weary. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Lucky to have avoided that uppercut. Nice counter shot. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
He threw a punch and just got countered. When are we going to see a jab from these two? That counter shot lands. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Well, sometimes it can be the...
Gets your mind back, gets your focus back.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. How about that time counter shot? In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Nice counter shot. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The stamina is off the charts. And he just misses with that jab. It's all offense all the time. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
He's a knockout without a doubt.
Calm yourself back. Come on, breathe.
This is the beginning of round 6. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope.
One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your glove.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
They got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That hook was off target. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Akoli in that last round. They get 1 minute between rounds. This fighter wished it was 10 minutes after being dropped twice in the last round.
That was a tougher fight, and he's going to be confident.
And there's the bell for round 7. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'd be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. There's a counter shot. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. That hook won't score. Good counter punch. Just missed with that jab. Fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? And Jaya Opataya is done. It's over. And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again. It happened. You saw it. We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, Janamek Alinkaluli. Carl the coach. These two have certainly talked it. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. This is with the straight left. powerful counter shot. That jab misses. Oh my, that's a game. Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still want to fight?
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Well done with that counter shot. They exchange punches. These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally they're about to go at it in the ring.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Ton. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. That last round. You gotta wonder how big of a factor that knockdown.
Listen, be smart when you go out there. Just take it.
There's the bell for round 2. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
They're both trying for a knockout. Catch and shoot. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. He misses with that straight left. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Uppercut does not score. Good counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Johnny back in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match?
And now you've let him back in. Now it's going to be
There's the bell for round 3. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? Excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Tried to score with the uppercut. Nice counter shot. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Perfect counter shot. Just missing with the right uppercut. His stamina is off the charts. Nice counter punch right up the middle. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Why weren't they covering up? Let's talk about Janibek that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
You're switching off.
There's the bell to start round 4. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to block it. They've got to block it. They've got to come up now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. Can't find a home for that jab. Nice counter. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
You don't want to trade shots. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. How about that time counter shot? Misses with the straight left. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Janibek in that last round.
What do you do?
From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Come on, you let him back in. You're better than that.
Back into the fray here in round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. You can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Swing and a miss with that hook. Those counter punches have to hurt. The stamina is off the charts. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
That right hook catching air. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that
there
into...
and lose the match? You got to get out there.
This is the beginning of round 6. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The beginning of the end. A nightmare start to this fight.
Get your hands up, goddammit.
Somehow weathered the storm.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
A swing and a miss with that jab. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Misses with the straight left. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place. Hold it right there. This could be the end. Let's talk about Janabek in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
These are knockout without a doubt.
Come on. You let him back into the fight.
Round 7, here we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
He threw a punch and just got countered. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Hold it right there. The building is going bananas. Will they see a huge upset here? They've avoided catastrophe there.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well, this won't sit well with their opponent. There's a counter shot. That hook just can't find the target. And he's very close round with 10 seconds to go. Always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. Talk about gotta bet that
You want
last
to win
round.
this fight?
Well, he
You
is
did all
glad
that
to have
work
heard
in
that
camp.
bell.
Every
Now get
second,
out there
every
and
minute
switch
of
up.
this
Get your
fight
boxing back
is
together.
important.
You've completely switched up.
And there's the bell for round 8. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
And this with that jab. Punch, counter punch. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecard.
I'm a Russian, I'm a fighter. I am everything you fear. Ask your questions, I'm the answer. I'm the whispers in your ear. When the lights start flashing for you, expectations loud and clear. I'm a Russian, I'm a fighter. I am everything.
All right, I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times. And what I say you must obey. Good luck. And box.
Okay, let's reset. Switch stance. Switch stance. That's it. What we do in the gym?
Roll the left hook.
That's time!
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. Get out there and switch on. Get this boxing back together. Right, let's get out there. Get your box.
Great round. Great round. Now relax. Relax.
Take the round off, win the round on your jab, and breathe when you step on.
Don't give him no free shots, yeah? Hey, good work at that kid. That jab's looking...
Let's go out there and let's reset. Forget about that round. It was a bad round, but we don't care. Go out there and win this next round. You got complacent.
Don't be looking there for one shot at a time. Set him up. But you'll take him...
Round. You had everything in the bag, and now you've let him back in.
Let's fight.
Okay, it's not working out. Not working out. Switch southpaw.